Hello everyone, in this video tutorial I'll be showing you how you can upload CBCT files onto Dental Planet for a conversion service. If you do not have an account with them, please view video tutorials on how to set up an account with Dental Planet. Once you've set up an account, you would just need to go to dentalplanet.com and type in your username and your password and log in. You would need to select Simplon Conversion and then fill out the patient details. With the new Privacy Act these days, I do not recommend inputting your patient's full name. Ideally, you'd want to use an internal reference, a reference that your finance department will also recognize so that when they come to receive these invoices, they know which case it belongs to and they can balance out the actual payments. For now, I'm just going to label it as demo. You do not need to complete this. This is more for yourself. There's no asterisks on here, so it's not something that we require. So you can just go straight down to where it says anatomy to be converted. Select whether it's a maxilla or mandible case, or even both, so that you can plan both in one plan. I would just work on one arch at a time, so I would select maxilla. And then mention whether the patient is partially edentulous or fully edentulous. And mention what type of file you're going to be uploading. So if you've got a Simplon Pro program, you can upload a Simplon file that you've already opened yourself. You may find that the scatter is too great and you cannot clean this or do not have the time to clean it, so you can actually upload the files here directly and let the Dental Planet team do that for you. If you do not have Simplon Pro and you only have Simplon Planner, then you would need to select CBCT file. So you're actually uploading the raw DICOM files directly. Mention what software you use. If you're using Simplon Planner, you do not have the ability to open raw DICOM files or edit them or clean the scatter, etc. So you would need to go through a conversion service with every case. So for those users, make sure that you select Simplon Planner. For Simplon Pro, although some of you might have the editor module that allows you to edit and clean your scatter, again, if it's too difficult, if you're struggling or do not have the time, you can upload your files here. So if you do have a Simplon Pro, you can actually open a Simplon Pro and a Simplon Planner format cases together, but please do select the relevant ones. Simplon View just converts the CBCT scan in a viewing format. It doesn't mean that you actually have the capabilities of editing or inputting some implants. So I would say this is more of a reporting side of things. If you just want to view CBCT scans for reports, you could select this. Simplon One Shot is a pay-as-you-go service for those users that do not have Simplon software at all. So you would actually tend to pay for a one-shot case that includes a conversion. It does not include a implant planning service. So for those that want to have the implant planning included, this is actually being replaced by my Simplon Planning service. It's a pay-as-you-go service just like One Shot, except my Simplon Planning service even does the planning, and it's a lot more simplified than using the Simplon software. And you have a free editor online that you can download and view and edit the implant positioning. And that is a pay-as-you-go service that is highly recommended for those that only want to use Simplon on a one-off occasion, or if you do not have the time to prepare the cases, or even find the Simplon software can be a little bit too complicated to use. My Simplon Planning service is a fantastic service, so I do recommend viewing mysimplon.com. So please view video tutorials on MySimplon that will describe the actual service as a whole. For now, I'll continue to next step. Now this is already pre-selected for you. You'd now need to specify what type of service you'd like. Now, do you see this little hyphenated link that says show more? Make sure you click on that. And if you're unsure of what you'd want, just hover your mouse over these little information icons and you'll see that it actually gives you an example. So if you want roots and teeth segmented as a separate object, you would tend to click on this one and you'd identify which teeth you'd want them selected. Or you can click on this option over here, which is relatively the same, and it actually separates radiopaque pontics, or little radiopaque little converted teeth, as well as neighboring teeth and roots. Now, if you're scanning a prosthesis in a single scan technique with barium sulfate, you would click on this one over here. And what they do is actually find the actual density of that denture and separate that as an individual object. If you're using the dual scan technique or wanting to import STL files of a digital impression, you would have to select this one over here. So you could either click on that or click on these as an additional option. So let's say I would just click on that one to be fair. Click on continue to next step, and then you get a preview of how much everything would cost, and then click on create case and add files. To add files, CBCT files especially, they would need to be in compressed format. So make sure you compress the folders before you continue. Click on upload. Locate where those files are stored, so I'm going to go down. So here's my little zipped folder. If you are not sure on how the zip folder works, all you need to do is right click on a folder itself, click on send to, and then click on compress zip folder. Eventually, give it a few moments, it will look compressed like this. Click on that, and then click on open. Wait for that to upload. Once it's uploaded, it will be listed down here below. If you're uploading multiple files such as digital impressions or secondary DICOM files for dual scan technique, make sure that you upload all the files at the same time now, because your case could be completed within 24 hours, and once it's complete, your case locks up. Once it's 100% complete, it'll be listed. The status will be waiting for scan. It's more for them really. It doesn't mean that they do not have the scan itself. It's already there. Once it's actually listed down here, it's ready with them, so you do not have to panic. And then within 24 hours, you would have a new status at the top that says completed and ready for download, and you'll see a Simplon project listed below all your other files that will have a Simplon icon as well as the initials DP for Dental Planet and a series of numbers that tends to be the case ID that's listed here. And that will be your converted project. So you can click on that, it will automatically start to download, or there's a hyphenated link next to it that says start download, and let it download, and then you can save it where you want to save it, and then open the file, and then it's ready for you to work on. This completes the video tutorial on how to upload CBCT files for a conversion service with Dental Planet.